cut out everything as you see me doing like this. So guys, this is all for the trouser part of this tutorial. Now we're going to cut out the top area. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using to cut out the top. It's folded into two. What we are going to be cutting out right now is going to be the front. So we're going to take this line here as our shoulder line, and we're going to start taking all our measurements from there. So from that point I went down to 10 inches, which is my bust point. After marking my bust point, I'm going to take the measurement from my shoulder to my waist. Normally my waist is 15 inches, so I'm going to make use of 16 inches here because it's a jumpsuit. Just like we did earlier on our crotch, we are adding 1 inch again to this, but actually I'm marking this out now with 17 inches instead of 16. Because we need extra allowances to join the ends of this top to the pant and also to join the shoulders. So next thing we're going to do to get our chest line is to go up from our bust line by 2 inches. So I'm also just going to mark that line across. So when you're through with that, the next thing we're going to do is to come to this shoulder line, and I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement by 2, and I marked it here. So I'm just going to make a straight line from this mark I just made down to meet my chest line. So after doing that, I'm going to come down to the neck area. So I marked 4.5 inches here, and then for the width of the neck I marked 3 inches. So I'm just using a free hand to just make a round neck as you see me doing like this. So this is my neckline. Now coming down to this armhole area, I went down by 1 inch. And I'm going to connect this 1 inch point here to meet the top of my neck. So this is my shoulder slant. So when you've gotten your shoulder slant, what you're going to do is on this chest line, you're going to divide your bust measurement by 4 and you're going to mark it. When you're through with that, then this line here on your armhole, divide it by 2, and whatever you have there, that point, go in by 1/2 inch. So after doing that, just like you see me doing like this, I'm just marking an armhole curve to pass through that point I made there down to my bust measurement. So what you're going to do is when you're through with that, you're going to come down to the waistline. So on the waistline, you're going to divide your waist measurement by 4 and mark it, which is what I just did. Then I added 1 inch to that, which is going to be for my dart intake, and then 1.5 inch extra for stitching allowance. Next, we are going to come back to this chest line and add 1.5 stitching allowance as well to what we have here, and we are going to connect these 2 points to meet each other. After doing that, you're just going to go ahead and cut out the front part of your top. So guys, for the back, I went ahead to arrange another 2 pieces of fabric together. like this, right sides facing each other, because I joined these pieces together. It was really not enough for what I wanted it to do. So I'm marking 1.5 inch right now. I'm trying to get a straight line. This is going to be for my zipper allowance. So after getting that line, I'm just placing the front part of my top right on it, like this, right on that line. So the extra space in front, that is going to be for the zipper allowance at the back. So just like you see me doing like this, I'm tracing out every other part of this top just exactly as it is on the back pieces, except for the zipper area and the neck. Now for the neck part, what I'm going to do is from this top here, I'm going to go down by 2 inches, and I'm just going to make a curve to make that 2 inches there, because the back is going to be a high neck. So that's just basically the difference between the front and the back. It's just the neck and the zipper allowance in front. So one last thing I want to do is to cut away from my zipper allowance on the end. So I'm marking 1 inch here, and I'm just going to take that point, just slant it anyhow you want to. There's no special way to doing this. Just make a slant to make that 1 inch you just did. This is just to avoid bulging at the back of our jumpsuit when we fix our zipper. So I'm just going to cut this like this. So when we are through with this and we fix our zipper in this way, you'll see that it actually stays really straight. So that's basically all for the top part. The only thing that is left now is for me to cut out the basic sleeve that we're going to be using on this top. So guys, these are all the pieces that we're going to be using to sew this palazzo jumpsuit. So I am going to share with you guys the sewing part of this tutorial in my next video. So if you're not subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because we are going to be sewing these in the